Hey, it's Katie, and we've got this big event coming up, Handprint Legacy Live, that I know you've been hearing about, and you may be on the fence about whether or not to get your ticket. So today I am interviewing my friend Hope Ware, who was with us at last year's Handprint Legacy Live. And her business has just grown by leaps and bounds over the last year since she attended the event. And so I brought her in today so that she can share with you her experience from the event, things that she learned that has helped them grow their business. So Hope, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Hey, Katie, thanks for letting me share.
The biggest takeaway that you had last year, like if there was one thing you took
Ah,
away from the event that really moved your business, what would you say that that was?
I found myself as a businesswoman functioning from fear instead of faith. So just like trying to implement new things, not because I felt like God was leading me to do those things, but because I was fearful. I'm like, oh, what if business falls off? What if I don't sell anything? What if I don't have anything meaningful to say to these people? What if they hate me? That's a huge one for me. What if they hate me? What if, what if I get negative feedback? What if? So I spent all my time like envisioning these what ifs and acting out of the what ifs. And the big takeaway for me at the conference is I had to stop doing that. It really it showed me so much that I needed to internalize the fact that God had given me a message and to begin to function out of faith rather than functioning out of fear. And that made a huge, huge difference in our business.
I love that. I love that. It's so important because when we recognize that God owns our business, like we teach in our business with God
Mhm.
classes, right? God owns your business. You are managing it for him as the CEO. Then you do get to function out of what is God say instead of what is everybody else going to say.
Yeah.
And that's so freeing.
And I think for me, it was just that because when you begin functioning out of faith, you realize that first of all, I don't have to know the whole plan. It's like, it's not, I have to follow what the next step is, but I don't have to know like the big picture of necessarily exactly where it's going. Because God has that all, in his provision. He has it all planned. And it showed me that my job as a CEO was just to follow what he was telling me the next step is. And sometimes he opens doors and I'm like, really, never ever would have thought about that door. Never would have considered that in a million years. Like our YouTube channel. Last year when I went to the conference, there was no YouTube channel. This year we went in 5 months from 200 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers. Never in a billion years would have foreseen that.
Praise the Lord. And so how is what you learned from that? How are you able to turn those subscribers on YouTube then into subscribers to your email list, and to like how is that YouTube growth then affected the other things because of what you learned for funnels and things?
Oh, I did. It was huge. So, one of the things that I learned from the conference was the most important thing you can be is your authentic you. Be the person God designed you to be. Don't look at what other people are doing. And on YouTube, that's super important because people can spot a phony like from 500 paces when they're seriously, they can figure out you're just trying to be like every other channel. You're not trying to be the unique you that you were designed to be. So once we sort of got into a groove of, you know what? My husband is on the channel with me and we're like, this is us. This is our real, genuine, unique self. And people began to follow us. And then we said, hey, you know what? If you want to learn some more from us, we have this really great free resource. Just sign up for this. There's a link in the description of the video. And people started signing up like droves. And then that was when I relied on that sales funnel, that welcome sequence, and the funnel that you taught me. And I went back to that time and time again, saying, okay, so what's the next thing? What's the next step I need to do? And guiding them toward, you know what, if you love this free information, here is a $10 ebook that you can buy from us that tells you a lot more that I was able to give you in the freebie. And it worked.
Love it. It worked.
It's almost like I'm surprised. It worked. But
It
it
worked. It
does. It
worked.
worked.
Yes.
It worked. And
Awesome.
just being genuine in those funnels too, not like trying to say, I'm going to sell you something. Just say, you know what? I not only do I recognize that this might be an issue with you, this was an issue with me. This was my life before I implemented XYZ. And because I understand where you're coming from, I want to be able to help you.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Hope. Any last words for somebody still sort of on the fence about coming to Handprint Legacy Live?
sign up if you want something that's life changing. And even if you were there last year, I want to see your smiling face this year, because I am so, so, so looking forward to gleaning new information from the conference this year. So sign up. You won't regret it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you guys need to go follow Hope. We'll put all of her links down in the show notes here for you. And I can't wait to see you. We've got a handful of tickets left. They're going fast. Handprintlegacylive.com is where you want to go to get your ticket. And we can't wait to help you put together your first or your next online marketing funnel at Handprint Legacy Live.